Hi there, it's Wendy from Ask the Landlady. I'm here with all the tips and tricks to help you make a profit in real estate rentals. I do have a book out, Lessons from the Landlady. Check that out on my website, askthelandlady.com, or Amazon. I have this book too, Lift Your Family Out of Chaos. 2 great page turners. Oh, you're just gonna love them. So check those babies out. So today's question is, what constitutes an apartment emergency? It's a good one because according to your tenants, everything is probably an emergency. But you and I know not everything can be an emergency. You would have no life, especially if you're mom, pop, landlady, landlord trying to do this all yourself. You need to protect your time. There are certain things that can and should wait until business hours. I learned that the hard way back in the day when I did everything myself. Everything was emergency, and you will find yourself run ragged pretty quickly. My kids were pretty salty about all the times I had to take off for something that seemed like an emergency, but it really wasn't, and it really could wait. So first thing you want to do is establish, when you lease the apartment and rent it out and you're doing your lease signing, you want to tell your tenants exactly what constitutes an emergency, and maybe even put it on your answering machine, like after hours. Don't leave a message, call back during business hours unless it's an emergency. That way you can just screen calls and see if something truly is an emergency or if it's just a complaint or something that could wait till business hours. So first of all, you might want to check out your local laws to see what is actually considered an emergency in your area. That's important because different cities, different states might have some different standards in place. For me, here in Ohio, our emergencies are fire, no heat in the winter, and water flooding the apartment, right? Those are our main emergencies. Those will get our immediate attention. Something like, I don't have hot water, or my air conditioner is not working. We're not in an area of the country where that would be as problematic. Now, we do have some people elderly and with oxygen. We do keep a portable air conditioner on place that we have provided, but in general, that's not an emergency for most people. Those are things that certainly 8 a.m. we're gonna jump on them because nobody likes taking hot showers for very long, and not having air conditioning. Those are things we're gonna jump on, but I'm not expecting to get a call at 2 a.m. about it, right? You can wait till 8 a.m. when we can get somebody there and get that scheduled. For fires, you might need to depend on local agencies. For example, recently in my town, a senior housing complex caught fire and several tenants were displaced. The American Red Cross came in and other agencies to relocate the tenants, and they helped with meals, clothing, all sorts of items. This is a situation where you would also talk to your insurance agent and see what can be done immediately to help tenants out, and then get your units back in business. But that is something where you can coordinate with some social agencies too to get your tenants some assistance. So let's hope that we don't want that. Number 2, when it comes to no heat in the cold winter, you need to get a technician to the unit as soon as possible. I'm in the Midwest, so of course that's our biggest issue. Again, if you're in Florida, no air conditioning might be your biggest issue. And so the problem is we've been having since the pandemic with labor shortages and parts. Places are keeping so many parts on hand, but it's like not immediate. So a lot of times we'll have a technician right there, but it'll be 2 days before the part can come in and before that can get fixed. That's something where you want to maybe have some support appliances in place, have some fans in place, or portable air conditioner like I talked about, and definitely space heaters. Label them really well, put a serial number on them, put your make a note of that serial number, have your phone number on there, have the tenant sign a sheet that they received them and they will return them. That way you can track all that. The last thing you want to do is put space heaters out there, nobody goes picks them up, and then they're gone. You can just never get those again. You want to have those on hand for those types of situations. And again, you want to keep an open communication with your tenant. I'm sorry, the part's going to take a couple days, but here's some things we can do to help you out in the meantime. Third problem, talking about the water flooding through your apartment. If you have a roof leak, nobody likes that, and they will call you right away. It'll still be raining outside, and you'll be like, sorry, nobody's gonna go up on the roof right now. So please put a bucket under there, and we'll get there as soon as we can. Now, if it's a broken water pipe, that's a different story. That's where you're gonna need to know where those water shutoffs are located until you can get a plumber there, and that's very important. So again, that's something that you want to know. Since we have several units, we have a binder where each property is listed and where the water shutoff is in that book. That way, I'm out of town, something's going on, somebody can check that book. Oh, here's where it is. Let's get that shut off. we'll get the plumber there as soon as we can, because the last thing you want is to have more damages on the books there than what you really need to have. So there you have it. That's how I deal with emergency situations. Again, it's important, especially if you're working this property yourself, to set up some boundaries and make sure your tenants know when to get in touch with you immediately and when it can wait till business hours. That's just going to make your life better, and it's going to be help your business overall, because again, you can't be an effective leader if you're being called every night 2 a.m. just about stupid things that could wait till the next day, right? This is just something that will make your life more pleasant, because again, it's not easy to be a landlady or landlord, and we're all in this together. So hit subscribe, shoot me a comment. I'd love to hear about what you think an emergency is, because maybe there's some things out there I haven't thought about. I'd love to know. So thanks, and have a great day.